The next step is to sew together the edges where we just pinned together. So you want to start with the long edge and you want to start at the top of the border fabric. So for me that's this top part of this black piece right here. I'm going to adjust my camera again. And this time I'm going to use a 3/8 of an inch seam. So I have moved my masking tape already at 3/8 of an inch seam. If you do not use 3/8, the remaining steps will not work. So I'm going to take out my first pin. Lower my presser foot, lower my hand needle, and I'm going to just sew a straight seam down, making sure that I backstitch at the beginning and at the end. And backstitch. And straight. And again, make sure you take out your pins as you go. This next part, you want to be really careful because right here where the border fabric and the main fabric come together, there's a lot of layers of fabric right here from that previous seam we did. So you kind of need to not push the fabric through, but make sure that you're guiding it plenty and make sure that you're going at a fast enough of a speed to where the needle can get through those thick layers of fabric. And I'm just going to keep going straight, or forward. Move that little thread there. So as I'm approaching this corner right here, there are two options. You can either pivot your fabric, so you could, once I get about to 3/8 of an inch from this edge down here, I can either lift up my presser foot and rotate my fabric, or you can just keep doing a long straight edge this way, making sure you backstitch, and then you can start a new edge on the other end, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to backstitch here and then restart a new straight line on the other edge. I usually stop about there and I hold the fabric here when I backstitch. And forward. Now right at the end I backstitch again. And forward. Oops. And now I'm just going to move my fabric and I'm going to sew on this short edge, making sure to backstitch again. Oh, let's fix our threads. There we go. Again, on this end of my fabric, one end is a little longer than the other, and that's okay, but that's how we wanted to pin it because that's the way it laid by itself. So lower the presser foot, lower the needle, go forward, backward, keep going forward, and I'm just going to keep going with the straight seam here. I'm going to move my machine, make sure I don't block the camera with the fabric. And we're almost to the end here. I'm going to now backstitch, forward, backstitch that very little end, and forward. So I'm going to pull my threads, and we are done sewing those seams.